everyone. A very warm welcome from WEF 2016. Today's session is on entrepreneurship in the corporate world. There is room for startup thinking in established companies? Our speakers are Mr. John is our speaker, and Ms. Jacqueline Bakai is lead speaker, and lead speaker will get 15 minutes to present, and the panelist member will also can deliver the session according to the convenience. Yeah, thank you. After that, question answer session will be there from the audience side, and then we will conclude. This will be the flow of the presentation.
Well, welcome everyone. I just might put the microphone to the side because we're just a small group.
I think you need to because
we
you
do.
need to record it.
All right. Okay, great. Okay, fantastic. Well, welcome everyone. We're a nice small group. It's going to be an intimate session. We might have a few people coming in afterwards, and that's fine. So, as the topic's been explained, startup in a corporate world and the relevance of that. So, I'd like to start with a story. And the story starts, there was a man at the airport and he's waiting for his plane. There's been a delay from his flight. His flight's going to be delayed by 1 hour. 1 hour. Right, okay, I'll step forward. Distracting. I apologise for that. I don't want to be standing up here with a leaf on my face.
You see the signs on your face. This is fine, madam? Yes.
That's better. You can actually see me. That's good. Well, the camera's going. I want to be a clear picture. Right, so we're at the airport. And who hasn't been to the airport and a plane hasn't been delayed? So this man decides he will take the opportunity as to go and get a book. So he goes into the bookstore, he gets a book. And on the way to the counter, he sees a box of double chocolate chip cookies. He knows he shouldn't, but he grabs them anyway. So he goes to the counter, makes the purchase, and he goes and waits at the lounge. He puts his bag down and he's reading the book. He then helps himself to the cookies, and they're delicious. They're double chocolate chip cookies. He's enjoying the cookies, and then he notices out the corner of his eye there's a woman, and she grabs a cookie as well. Well, he thinks she grabs a cookie, but he's not 100% sure. So anyway, he's reading, he looks over, and she gives a nervous little smile. And he continues on reading his book, pretending nothing has happened. And then he takes a cookie. She takes a cookie. He takes a cookie. They're going cookie for cookie. This will sound familiar as I go along. This happens every day in the corporate world. They're going cookie for cookie. He can't believe it. She's just hasn't even asked. She's helping herself to his cookies, he believes. There's one cookie left. She takes the cookie. She breaks it in half and offers half a cookie to him. Well, he takes the cookie and says, "Thank you." And it consumes the half of the cookie. Right then, his flight's called. And he goes and boards his flight. So he goes and boards his flight, stay with him. And he takes his book out of his bag. He thought, I'll read this on my flight. And then inside his bag is the box of cookies. And he's thinking to himself, if these are my cookies, they were her cookies and she was trying to share with me. She was trying to share with me. And here I was thinking that she was the cookie thief. So what is the relevance to this in the corporate environment today? Well, how often in the corporate environment do we assume that the product or service that we're working towards, we're building a vision, we're working towards a vision, is going to be the same in 5 and 10 years' time? How often are we just turning up to work every day assuming that that's going to be the case, that in 5 years' time that the technology that we're promoting and organising is going to be the same? Assumptions are the mothers of all mistakes, and that's one of the things that I'd like to discuss today. is innovation. I think that we can all agree that there actually really is space for startups within corporate environments, and actually is already taking place. Jacqueline, in a little moment, will actually share about that. She's directly involved in that. She's at the forefront of that as we speak. So that's very exciting. I'm look forward to hearing Jacqueline share about that as well. We can just take some famous cases. Blockbuster Video versus Netflix. Here you have Netflix starting out of a garage. They have the advantage that they're actually fast-paced, fast to market. Then we have Blockbuster, which was a multi-billion-dollar company. Went from $42 billion revenue in 2005 to being bankrupt in 2010. That's a dramatic shift in 5 years. Now, on the other hand, you have Netflix, who was quick to market, has taken a lot of that market share. They don't have late fees, so you don't get penalized. It was $500 million yearly profit for Blockbuster just from late fees alone. So fast to market. Let's look at another example. Would be Border Books. So Border Books, around a family company started by two brothers in the 1970s. In 1997, it was worth something like, it had $100 million profit. $100 million profit. And then 4 years later, it's bankrupt. And what takes its place? Of course, is the famous Jeff Bezos Amazon. Amazon takes its place, and today, well, it's a multi-billion-dollar company also. And they just started out in books as their niche market, and then expanded onto everything else. Then following suit from Amazon, of course, is Alibaba, which is out of China. He's one of the newest billionaires to hit the Forbes list. And again, they started in a garage with a small team. It was a startup organization. And one of the problems that they started out with was funding. But when you've got a great idea, when you believe in your vision, when you're nimble, you know you're going places, there's a niche market, you're going to get funding. Whether the funding comes from this organization, from the backyard, they do get it and it takes off. Microsoft started in a backyard organization as well. So a lot of startups, they just start up in garage, their ideas, they're quick to market. So that's a number of examples of large corporate identities that aren't innovating. Innovation is everything. It's often said that if you're not growing, you're dying. So I would just like to get, because we've got a small room here, I'd just like to get your feedback of where you're from and what you're hoping to get from this session just quickly. Which corporate organisation are you from?
I work for HPE, so it's the sister, let's say, of Hewlett Packard, as you know, we're one company, and
Yes.
I work in another part of HP after the split. And we also try to keep the startup spirit and
Yes.
to reinvent the company.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sridhi Gupta. I'm a chartered accountant. I'm currently working in the industry. Previously, I worked with Deloitte. And from this session, I'm thinking to believe that how can we innovate more in the corporates, because these days the corporates have become they don't promote new ideas. So how can we innovate or build ourselves within the corporates?
Fantastic. Yes, it's a great point. Coming up with new ideas. Ma'am.
I'm Nikki Ferrance, and I'm with Benitasoft, which is a business process management software producer.
Yeah.
And we're just 7 years old now, and I imagine in 5 years we are going to be
Yes, absolutely. I'd like to pass it on.
Hi, I'm Radhika Muniwala from Bombay. I have had a long career in the corporate sector, private sector, the topmost industrial group, that is Tata Economic Consultancy. That's where we got our grooming in economic research and consultancy. joined public sector, financial institutions, small industries, development bank. And there we started financing and promoting SMEs in India. And now I'm on my own as a consultant, business weekend management consultant, helping SMEs and especially women entrepreneurs in India.
Fantastic. Right. Wonderful. I feel like it passed.
Hi, Sue from Singapore. I work for a brand insight strategy and innovation consultancy, and our clients are large MNCs that are really struggling with the new normal. They know they need to change, but they don't know how to go about it. So curious to see how how to inspire the entrepreneur within the MNCs.
Right.
I am Shivani Lodai. I've got about 17 years of experience in the corporate world. I started my career with Willy Packard in India and moved on to after PhD Compact Merger. Moved on to hospitality. I've worked with media for about almost 7 years with Hindustan Times and with CNN and CNBC. And about 2 or 3 years with real estate with Regis Business Centers as heading their West Market. Now, after I quit my last job with Hindustan Times, I was at crossroads as to should I, take a permanent job because I wanted some sort of stability, etc. Where one of my old bosses inquired me back, and I decided to do consulting. So right now I'm a business consultant and a strategist. The reason why I'm attending this session is because I'm on crossroads within the organization as well, because I've been brought in to bring in a trajectory growth for one of the companies, and the system is very
So you're in a
orthodox.
transition period.
Yes, no, well, I'm trying to bring in the right changes, but the organization is very orthodox. They're very resistant to change, which is very difficult for me. And on a personal level, I'm really debating: should I carry on doing consultancy, or should I really, after coming here, should I pursue what I really want to do? What is it that I want to do, or should I just join a regular good job? So I'm really yes, it's really I'm very confused.
Okay. Well, hopefully we'll find some clarity. If not at the end of this session, at the end of the conference, I'm sure you will.
Yeah.
Some of us are still looking at this.
Yeah.
So my name is Ashay Turjani, and I'm actually born and brought up in Sweden, so blown and blue eyes as I am. So I have 30 years of experience from the management consultancy side. I then joined as a partner in a venture capital company in Sweden. From there, I was actually recruited to become a diplomat at the Embassy of Sweden. I was actually the credit commissioner there. So fundamentally, the role was to help the Swedish companies evaluate the Indian market, and we did a phenomenal job during my time. So the Delhi office actually ended up becoming the most profitable in Asia. But as a diplomat, you are given a time assignment,